A lot of news was made here, Mary. A couple things that stood out to me was his response as to why they attacked Iran and attacked Iran now, while at the same time, the president seems to have no idea who will lead Iran next. The president also saying these strikes will continue until they, quote, finish off Iran's military.
Yeah, and it is, let's unpack some of this, Kira, because the president, first and foremost, is pushing back in that question by our Rachel Scott to this notion that Israel forced the U.S.'s hand here. And in doing so, he is directly contradicting what his own Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, told reporters yesterday. Marco Rubio said that the U.S. faced an imminent threat because Israel was about to attack Iran, and then Iran was poised to retaliate against the U.S. So the U.S. decided to strike first. The president is saying that's actually not the case. He says he might have forced Israel's hand. He says that Iran was going to strike first, saying, quote, it was my opinion that they were going to attack first, which also raises question about whether it was his opinion or whether he actually had evidence of that. So we continue to see this mixed messaging from the White House about why the U.S. decided to launch this campaign now. As for what comes next, in a pretty stunning comment, the president said that many of the people who they had considered might be possible future leaders of Iran have now been killed in these attacks, and that he doesn't necessarily have anyone in mind. He said he would like it to be a moderate, someone who is popular with the Iranian people. And he did say that he was asked what the worst case scenario could be, and he said the worst case scenario would be that we do this and then somebody takes over who's as bad as the previous person. And he said that could happen. So still a lot of questions about why the U.S. decided to act now and where this goes from here, Kira.